Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Productivity is very relevant to every one of us because we are all distracted, right? There are a lot of videos and stuff on the productivity. You can watch anyone, and it is almost all everyone is saying same thing, right? But what is the purpose of the productivity? I can dive into the list and say, dictate to you the list how you can stay productive, but it is not going to do any benefit for you if you don't know why you have to stay productive. So productivity is only to do those things that are important to you. You don't have to be productive to do anything in your day, right? You can't do everything. If you are here to do everything, you can't do everything, right? So productivity basically means if you need to do some important things in your life, and if you are already doing what you are supposed to do in your life, then literally you don't need to watch this video because it will just distract you, right? So if you are doing what is important to you, you are on productivity. So this is the main purpose of staying productive. And what does it mean to be productive in your day, right? So only productivity means important things. I am repeating it again and again. I can't stress more than this, that only doing things that are important to you, that you want to do it, right? You can't do everything. You can't be a superman, right? So let's get dive into this. For the tip number one is make to do list. And I know what you guys thinking, it is no brainer, everyone knows it. What is the big thing in it? And sometimes simple things get ignored, right? Sometimes we think we know but we don't follow it, right? So my purpose is not just to tell you let's together we should how we can follow it, right? We can literally follow it by heart. And I know after watching this video, 90% of the people, when they watch productivity videos, they just, what they do for 1 or 2 days and then they give up. They are on back on their routine. So together we should do it and we should follow it. And I think we can follow it, and I think one can follow it if we really learn simple micro details of how to make to-do lists, and then you can learn it. Let me quote a very motivational quote for you, and it is that organization is the enemy of confusion. If you want to kill confusion in your brain, then you have to be organized. If you are not organized, you're confused. Whether you know it, you are confused, or you don't know it, you are confused, right? Confusion have very different types, right? And some confusion is in your subconscious, yeah, that you don't know, but how it affects your life, it is that you are not able to make progress in your life, and you are not able to do things in your life that are simple things that everyone is doing. You are not supposed to do it. You are not doing it, right? You're supposed to do it, but you're not doing it. So this simply means it that if you want to be confusion free, let's be organized. And be organized means make to-do list before night, before you go to bed. Make your list what you're supposed to do, and the big rule is make one big thing in your day. Do one big thing in your next day plan, right? Do not chart down, do not write down everything you are supposed to do, and you literally have no idea how to do it, right? So you must know the details of how you are going to do this work, when you are going to do this work. It's a very good book, Habit, from James Clear. I read that book, and it was clearly mentioned that you have to write place and you have to write time very specifically, and you have to write that what you are going to do, right? Let's give me an example that in your to-do list you have to write at 5 p.m. you are going to do yoga in your bedroom or in your balcony for 5 minutes, right? So in when you wake up, it is your action day. You have to run, right? So it is like preparing for yourself to run in your day, to do perform actions, all those actions you're supposed to do. And for this, to-do list is very, very effective, right? So I hope I can't stress more than enough and more than this, and I think I have told everything how you are supposed to do. And if you are not unable to, if you're not able to make it, and you can try again, you can search, you can share with me, and maybe we can come up with a separate video on how to make to-do list, right? This tip number 2 is use time blocking, right? uh, I just personally believe that if you are supposed to read a chapter, and if you give 2 hours to the chapter, you can achieve it, but I don't like macro targets and macro blocks and mega blocks. What I'm supposed to do it, just give big block, and make mini blocks within a big block, right? So if you are supposed to finish your chapter in 2 hours, just divide the number of pages that you want to finish in 2 hours, and then give that time, let's say 4.5 seconds that you want to give on one page, right? 4 minutes and 5 seconds, let's say, right? 50 seconds. So any time that you calculate after the number of pages, then you have to finish the one page in that time, right? It is very, very important to understand that big block within mini blocks, right? So in this tip, I want to share a very good quote from the Stephen Covey. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities, right? So you have to bring your priorities on the top, right? What is your one big thing that is very important to you in this day? You have to do it. When you do it, you just give yourself credit and give yourself a treat that yes, I have done it, right? So now you are supposed to do other things. If you're not being able to do one big thing in the day, then you will start doing it if you make to-do list and you stay productive and use time blocks, right? Tip for you guys is take breaks. Breaks are very important, and in the book The Power of Habit, we are more productive when we work for short durations with frequent breaks, right? Frequent breaks are very, very important, and I will advise it. Yes, we know it, we have to take a break. Most people use Pomodoro technique, and I don't like it, because after 30 minutes you are not going to come back. After 30 minutes you are going to take a break for 5 minutes, and you are not going to come back on your desk for 5 hours, right? So for me, what works best is time blocks, like 4 hours of productive time, and then 2 hours of free, and 4 hours of productivity. In 10 hours you're done with your day. When you are making a time to-do list, just it, the one big thing, you have to do it in 4 hours or 8 hours, right? Depending upon what thing it is. So I'm probably mostly done in my 8 hours time span. 4 hour block first, and then 2 hours break, and then 4 hour block second 4 hour block, right? So these two blocks will help you out to do what you are supposed to do. And if you really stay productive, and you are going to make it, right? You are going to accomplish a lot of things. 90% of your tasks that you don't do in maybe 16 hours, you'll do it in 8 hours. And you have to stay productive in those 8 hours and focus, right? And the tip number 4 is related to the tip number 3, as that you have to eliminate distractions. I don't believe in eliminating the distractions. I believe in minimizing the distractions, right? So first step is not elimination of the distractions. First step is know your distractions, right? For me, distractions can be different. For you, distractions can be different. So I can't define distractions for you. You have to define it. And why I'm stressing on defining the distractions, because when you are making a to-do list, you have to put time, you have to give yourself time for being distracted. If in breaks, if you are not going to be distracted completely and wonderfully, then you are going to be distracted in your productive day, in your productive time, productive blocks. So I don't want you to do that. I want you to be distracted in your breaks. So to be distracted in your breaks, you must know what is your distraction. If in your free time you do what you are not supposed to do, but you don't like doing it, for example, if in breaks you go to walk, and after that walk your break is finished, and you want to use mobile and talk some, no, do that thing. I don't want, I am not saying you don't go to walk, but what is your distraction, just reduce that distraction first, minimize the distraction first, so that you can work in next block. It is very important, right? Use your breaks very effectively. It is very important, and minimize distractions and use your distractions, know your distractions, and use your distractions in your free time. Distraction can be anything. Few distractions are like external, that you have to stay focused in your day, like you should not be having a music or all that distraction things in your room, where you have supposed to be productive. So in that term, remove those things, right, from your room, or right. But if distractions is like mobile, talking to someone and watching something, and then use your distractions very effectively and use it in breaks, right? This book, and it says focus is a superpower in the age of distraction. If you have focus, you are Superman, right? You don't need to have wings to be a Superman. If you're focused in this age, you can do 1 hour job being focused, then you are a Superman. You have superpower, right? So feel like that. And the fifth and the last tip for you guys is set goals and deadlines. It is very important tip. Do not keep it, do not just distract yourself from video at this moment, because it is very important. Goal setting, if in the middle of the journey, if you want to be energetic and you want to be like really at high, and this will define what are your goals. It is directly proportional to what are your goals. If you have set your goals, and bigger the goal, the bigger the energy you will have, right? This is what works for me. And I think if you will have goal setting and you will give yourself goals, then your energy will stay there somehow. Obviously, at the start of doing something, if you are on a weight loss journey, or you are in the start of anything or business or anything, you are motivated, right? But in the middle, your energy is down. In the last, your energy is almost finished, and that is where the things are going to change. That is where the things are going to happen for you. So don't give up on that moment. Everyone gives up on that moment. Don't give up on that moment, right? So use your goals. How you will survive on that low energy state is your goals. This goal setting will keep you survive, right? Our mind works on survival mode, right? And it works on reward and punishment. And give yourself a goal, a good goal that you want to enjoy after this, right? And give yourself that credit after you achieve that goal, right? The goals can be minor goals or small goals, and it can be bigger goals. The goals can be small goals and bigger goals, and it depends upon you how you feel safe. I think small goals are very important to achieve big goals, so it is like that. And the sixth tip for you guys is, and that is deadlines. give yourself deadlines and make fake deadlines and do that thing in that deadline. And if you fail to do that what you made a deadline, right, you have to do a chapter, you have to do a task in 2 days, and if you don't do it, just give yourself a punishment kind of a thing, that can be uh, 1 hour away from mobile and 1 hour away from gaming and anything, right? So use your deadlines and stay there. You be honest with yourself and that keep it that you have worth. When you set a deadline, if you don't give yourself worth, see na, when professor give us a deadline, we give him so much respect and worth that his deadline is, yes, his and her deadline is very important. So when we give ourselves a deadline, we go, okay, it doesn't matter, right? So it should not be a case, right? For you should know your worth, you should have worth of your words. So what you say, do it. And in the end, I want to end this video with the quote: you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great, right? So this is simply what, if you set your goals very, very high to do a thing, then you are going to stay productive, right? If you do not have goals, deadlines, and to-do lists, then you are going to fall and stay less productive. Thank you.